action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. From TD Garden in Boston, tonight, the Boston Celtics taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves. The Celtics control the opening tip, and we're underway in downtown Boston. To Hayward. Jay, for once, Trader Danny was Danny Ainge. Celtics didn't do that much, but Eastern Conference didn't see much change either.
Yeah, they didn't need to do anything if you're the Boston Celtics. You already have all the pieces to the puzzle. There's no doubt about it. The Celtics are now in the driver's seat.
Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Jeff Teague. To Kemba Walker. Has a chance, gets a look, can't hit.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
With a drop step. And Boston has the rebound. Hayward to Walker. 4-3. And Kemba Walker, muscle memory put to good use there.
I don't know how he saw his man out in the cut like that, but that was nice.
Screen coming. To Towns. Fires the three, and Karl-Anthony Towns, no one in his zip code, knocks down the three.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose a dagger with the three.
Celtics have it. Walker to Hayward. Nothing going here on that drive. Gordon Hayward, that's how it's done. Missed his first, that one goes.
It can only be one of two things here. One, the defender ran out of gas, or two, this dude is just unstoppable.
Teague with the basketball. Down two. Oh, had him going there for a second. Celtics come away with it.
Now push it. Let's attack in transition so we can build this lead.
And count the basket inside.
When I think about Kemba Walker, I think about a self-made elite PG. He's a little guy that thrives amongst the NBA giants, and he's fearless. Let me tell you about how fearless he is. Even Alvin Gentry said he's probably the biggest competitor he's ever seen. You could put him right up there with the likes of Kobe Bryant from a competitive standpoint. That goes to show you that Walker will do anything and everything to beat you every possession.
It's good, and one.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
The free throw, perfect. And the lead is up to 7. It's Minnesota basketball. Teague to Wiggins. Scores from the post.
Old school equals high percentage.
To Cantor. Hayward to Kemba Walker. Trying to cash in. And Minnesota claims the rebound. To Towns. And the finish. Slam dunk.
I mean, with so much talk these days about three-point shooting and the spacing on the court and having versatile athletic wings, sometimes when you have a dominant big man, you keep giving him the ball. You let him be that anomaly.
Kemba Walker, guarded by Jeff Teague. Deep two there, won't go. To Towns. Wiggins. Lets it fly from long range. They have to keep him in their grasp.
He showed that he had great chemistry with his teammates on that shot. Keep getting him good looks, and the one will just keep scoring.
Celtics have it. Walker to Hayward. Gordon Hayward, that's how it's done. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
With a drop step. Able to convert inside.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
To Walker. Oh, leaves the defender in the dust. Can't connect. To Teague. Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
Sometimes you hear people give all these fancy breakdowns, tell you all these different things they can do. That was just plain old simple bully basketball. Muscled his way through the lane.
Knocks it down from mid-range.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Teague. Here's a chance from long range. Now that's a contest.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Here comes the screen. Hayward to Kemba Walker. The Celtics down to 4 in the shot clock. Give it to him. Kemba Walker, 4 out of 7.
And here's a next level comment for you. K-Walk is one of the rare guys in the league today that blurs the lines between the streets and the league.
Substitution being made in this one.
Into the game for the Timberwolves. Number 13.
That's going to be out of bounds. Boston with the basketball. Walker to Hayward. The screen sets him up for 2.
The pro game has really come down to PNRs. Let's see how the defense adjusts.
Napier with the basketball. Down 4. To Kevin Huerter. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Walker with the basketball. 2-point advantage. To Cantor. Karl Anthony Towns able to recover with the block.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
Number 0, Jeff Teague. Into the game for the Boston Celtics. Number 27.
Across the timeline, it's Walker. Leads a bucket. Give it to him. Kemba Walker. With that shot, he's 5 for 8.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
To Towns. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Ball's controlled by Boston. Hayward to Walker. And scores.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
T to Towns. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes.
Substitutions, Minnesota.
Out of bounds.
Substitutions, Minnesota. Substitutions.
Knocked loose. Celtics have it.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
To Hayward from long range. And Gordon Hayward, zero hesitation as he knocks it down for three.
You live by the three, you die by the three. And guess what? They're living large right now.
Minnesota at the controls. Another chance. And the rebound pulled in by Brown. To Hayward. To Marcus Smart. Walker. No good. That's great defense.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Hayward to Kemba Walker. Going to launch beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Vonleh. A lot of contact. Shots no good and no foul. To Jaylen Brown. Nothing going here on that drive. Not that time. To Hayward. For three. Off the iron. No good. Napier with the basketball. His team down 9. Nothing going here on that drive. To Kevin Huerter. Celtics come away with it. Walker to Hayward. Has a look. Hayward with a shot, no good.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
Celtics have it.
I got ball.
Foot was on the line. It's a turnover. Napier with the basketball. They trail by 7. Oh, great defense there, forcing the pickup. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
And when plays like that happen with multiple players touching the ball, the basketball gods will 100% reward you.
Brown into the front court. Leads 5. Walker to Hayward. Fires the three, buries it on the catch and shoot.
And this squad just continues to light it up from long range. One of the things I learned about teams like this, teams that fall in love with a three-point shot, as quickly as they built the lead, is as quickly as they can lose it if they're over-reliant on the three-point shot.
It's Boston with the rebound. Hayward to Cantor. Cruises inside for 2.
Because in certain players' mind, it doesn't matter if they're amongst the trees or not. They're always going to be the giant in the paint.
to Kevin Huerter. Wide open look, won't go.
Oh, I like that. You got the defense rotating from side to side. They're even recovering late, but still, you got to make that one.
To Cantor. Hayward to Cantor. No good. T-Wolves at the controls going up the floor. From the painted area, won't go down. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Walker into the front court. It's an 8-point lead. Doesn't get the bounce. To Wiggins. And look out. Big finish at the rim.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Hayward. That no good. Off the mark. Napier with the basketball. Now down 6. Knocked loose. Celtics have it. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Here comes the screen. Wiggins. To Kevin Huerter. 5 to shoot for Minnesota. Celtics have it. To Walker. Defense making the ball carrier work. Had a chance, but it's no good.
One of the best kept secrets in the game. Utilizing a head fake. Get the defender in the air. Crack into him. Don't give the refs any excuse not to call foul. I put that one on you. You went up a little bit lazy.
To Marcus Smart.
2 minutes left in the second.
No good. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Gordon Hayward, couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 82%. Knocks down the first.
Entering the game for the Celtics. Number 0, Jason Tatum.
Goes 2 for 2 at the line.
Substitutions, Boston. Subbing in for
To Hayward. Napier with the basketball. His guys trail by 10. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Boston with the basketball. Nothing going here on that drive. Sizing up the defense. Has a chance. Shot by Hayward, no good.
When I saw this team come out and warm up, everybody looked focused. They looked into the game before the game even started. I saw a completely different team at halftime. Guys were coasting around. Guys were talking to girls in the stands. Guys were playing around with the ball boys. They weren't focused, and it's showing up right now in the second half.
To Hayward.
Right.
Trying to cash in. Missed it. He always has the green light, but the defense was ready. To Wiggins. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Free throw is good to cap off the three-point play. And the lead is down to 3. Ball's controlled by Boston. Nothing going here on that drive. To Marcus Smart. And the Timberwolves have the rebound. Wiggins throws it down.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Has a look. Not that time.
Cultures have communication. Great cultures have teammates that are willing to push you to limits that maybe you didn't even see that you had. But right now, there's no leader on this team. Everybody's just going their separate ways.
Karl Anthony Towns. He's got 2 shots coming. A career 83% free throw shooter.
Oh, yeah, 2 points.
No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. Oh, blocked away.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Find me.
Short jumper off the mark. It's no good. Defender did just enough to force the tough shot. Knocked loose. Celtics come away with it.
Tie ball game. Make this possession count.
Nothing going here on that drive. Has a chance with the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Timberwolves have the basketball. And stuffs it home. Good luck keeping up with that.
Did you see that jump? It was as quick as a pogo stick.
Easy path to the rim.
There you go. I like seeing his scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Napier with the basketball. His group now down 2. To Towns. Got a piece to knock it away.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
T-Wolves recover. And a nice finish at the rim.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Celtics have it. Screen coming. Take stock of the floor.
Screw right. Watch the back door. Watch the backside. Watch the back
Boston with 4 to shoot. And it's Towns there to get the rebound. Count the bucket for 2.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Goes to the left side. Here comes the screen. Off the assist.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Napier with the basketball. Our score all even in this third quarter. Here comes the screen. To Towns. And they call the foul. Jay, he was there too late.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
And hits the first free throw. And gets both to drop at the line. The Celtics down to 4 in the shot clock. And Napier going to come away with the rebound. To Wiggins. Shot from the lane won't go. Karl Anthony Towns snatching it out of the air.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Gets a look. Can't hit. A couple of cracks at the line now.
No. I'll tell you, the team that makes the little mistakes, like committing unnecessary reach-in fouls like that, will be the team that ends up with the L.
First free throw is good. And he makes them both. Celtics have it. Probing the defense. Surveys the floor to Marcus Smart. Off the mark. Not a high percentage shot. To Wiggins. Yes, Andrew Wiggins. He struggled just a little bit. 2 for 5.
But did you see the way he was able to do it, Ed? Did you see him constantly probe the defense by maintaining his dribble? Ultimately, if you keep your eyes on all the other defenders, they will lose track of where the ball is. That's where you slip a quick pass in for an easy dime.
To Teague. Screen coming. Driving right to the basket. Straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Trying to cash in, and he hits.
The assist from number 27.
Minnesota with the basketball. They get it down for Towns. And the finish at the rim.
And remember, Ed, they trailed at the halftime. This is not the same team that we saw in the first half. Playing with a new zest for life, apparently.
Here comes the screen. To Marcus Smart. Has a look. Smart shot, no good. Teague with it up top. His team on top by 8. Knocked loose. Celtics have it. Screen coming. Sends it away.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Knocked loose. Celtics come away with it. Defense making the ball handler work. Boston with 4 to shoot. Has a chance. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Now whistle as Minnesota's going to take the timeout as their coach wants.
Substitutions, Boston. Stepping in for Minnesota.
T. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
You know, it reminds me, Ed, of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
The pass set it all up.
And Ed, here's my offensive theory. More touches, more points. This is a fast-paced league. Either the coaches adapt or you'll be left behind.
T to Towns. Nothing going here on that drive. Can't connect. To Hayward. To Jaylen Brown. Here comes the screen. Hayward buries it on the catch and shoot.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Gets it in the left corner. Screen coming. To Towns. Hayward the rebound. Here comes the screen. Got it to go on the step back. Jay, he found a way.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Ah, missed it. How'd that not go down? Boston with the basketball. To Hayward. Here comes the screen. Hayward. Ah, can't miss those. Teague with the basketball. His guys hold a commanding lead. Down low Towns. Can't connect from inside. All by himself, creates his own shot there.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
To Towns, down low, turns and slams it down. At this point, they're twisting in the wind.
Were you looking for a response from me? Because I don't really know what else there is to even say. I mean, is this even a game? I mean, we should just start packing up and getting ready to go right now.
To Hayward. And a chance coming up at the line.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
First one goes down. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. The Timberwolves have the basketball. Teague. Brown with it up top. Down a bundle. Deep left corner.
Cut, I got yours.
Remaining in the fourth quarter.
To Hayward. Beyond the arc for three. Well defended.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. To Hayward. The screen sets him up for two.
Oh, don't see the read, be the read.
Teague with it up top. His guys holding the big lead. Gets to the basket and scores.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. To Hayward. To Jaylen Brown. The Celtics down to 4 in the shot clock. Deep three at the buzzer. It's a victory for the Timberwolves as they win this one handily. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
It's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Timberwolves added a win with today's solid victory. You ask me, and I'll tell you, it was the ball movement that made all the difference. There's something to be said for a team that can win as a group, and that's what happened here today. Check out the leading scores for the Minnesota Timberwolves. The Celtics just couldn't get within striking distance toward the end of the game. And even though some of them smiled and shook hands with the other guys after the game, you could tell by the way they headed to the tunnels how disappointed they were about this loss. Check out the leading scores for the Boston Celtics.
Game track. Assists.
The Minnesota Timberwolves showed off the kind of team chemistry that coaches love to see from their players. The more they moved the ball, it showed how much they trust each other. In the end, they got to win, and it looked like they had a great time doing it.
Player of the game.
And while you can't track leadership on a stat sheet, it was by far the most impressive thing he did in this game. Time now for the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
These are the upcoming matchups for the Boston Celtics. And that does it for our post-game wrap-up. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. Thanks for joining us.